We've seen how we can create and save auto text entries, snippets of text for future use. And those snippets are then available to us by going to Insert, Quick Parts, Auto Text, and we will see them listed. Now we've previously created end 1 and end 2, one in its own little category and the other in the general category. If at some point we wish to delete either of these entries, then we would need to go into the building blocks organizer. Now we can either do that by right-clicking current entry and choosing Organize and Delete, or we can choose Building Blocks Organizer from here, which is the Quick Parts menu. Either option will take us to the same place. Here we will see our auto text entries, so we can see end 2, we can see end 1, and we can see the other two that were listed there, which is my email address and the username that Word is registered to, which is just G. If I wish to delete any of these entries, I simply select the entry, so I could delete the G, it's not much use. Delete, and we'll always be asked, are you sure? Yes, I am. That auto text entry is then gone. If I want to edit an auto text entry, I can choose it and edit the properties, which will allow me to change its name, where it's stored, and its category. But what it won't allow me to do is actually change the contents of the auto text entry that appears on the page. That has to be done in a slightly different way. So if I say OK, do you want to redefine? Well, I've not changed anything, so yes. And then close. To change the actual contents of an auto text entry, you effectively have to save it again with the same name. So if I insert my second ending, so end 2, and then F3 to bring it in, what I wanted to do was just edit this slightly by adding in the tag proprietor to my name and changing the guy to Gaetano R. So having made a change, I now need to save this, but with the same name, so it replaces the auto text entry I already have. So let's re-highlight it, trigger the save, which is Alt F3 or Quick Parts and Insert. Make sure I give it exactly the same name, which is end 2, and the same category, letter endings. If I give it the same name but not the same category, it's effectively seen as a new auto text entry. So I need to make sure I choose the correct category. I've given it the correct name. Now when I say OK, it will ask me if I want to redefine that building block entry. I do. To prove that it's actually changed, I just recall it by doing end 2 and my F3, and you see it brings it back with the edited content. So I can delete auto text entries by going to Quick Parts and the organizer. To edit them, I have to actually replace an existing auto text entry with a new one, but with the same name and the same category. Then I'll be asked if I want to redefine that auto text entry. If you say yes, it then gets replaced and updated with your new version.